So, hello everyone, welcome back to Study Destination. I hope you guys are doing well. Congratulations to all our applicants or our mentees who have gotten admissions to the United States and are in the state of preparing themselves for visa interviews. So at this point, we want to interview some of our colleagues who have made it over the years into the United States, and then look at how their experience during the visa interview so that we can learn from them. So from this time onwards, I'll be posting series of these people. I believe that we can learn from them so that we will get much experience and prepare very well so that our visa approval will come with ease. I know it's a little bit, there are a lot of technicalities, so it's very good to learn from people who have already made it so that we will get through easily. I know it's very difficult, but trust me, you're going to make it. So just relax and then watch this series. Every day, we're going to post different people from different background and how they went through their application. If you are new to this channel and you want anything that is related to studying abroad, you can subscribe to this channel. Look at the YouTube description, and then you will get a link to our platform, and then you can subject yourself for mentorship. Any institution, any country that you want to study, we will be able to guide you, give you the step-by-steps, and provide you the needed guidelines so that your dream of studying abroad will come true, no matter the country you are coming from. So let's get inside our story today. So today we have with us one of our very own, Mr. Evans Akoto, who used to be a colleague back in undergraduate, and currently I don't want to introduce him. I want him to introduce himself and then his program. So, Mr. Evans, you're welcome to Study Destination. You've been with us, so can you please introduce yourself to us?
Okay, thank you, Moses, for the brief intro. Since you want me to do the intro myself, so uh, I'm Ivan Sakoto, and I'm currently a PhD student at North Dakota State University, where I'm pursuing transportation and logistics program. Uh, I'm now going to my second year. But previously, I did masters in agribusiness and applied economics at the same university. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So just a little background more about yourself. Where are you coming from, your country, and then the school and the program you read?
Okay. I'm a Ghanaian, and back home, I went to the University of Cape Coast where I had my undergraduate degree in economics. So after that, yeah, after
Yeah.
that,
Okay. Yeah. So from
I
economics to
masters in
masters in agribusiness and
agribusiness and
economics.
applied economics,
Yeah.
and then to
Mm.
transportation and logistics.
Okay. Yeah. I think we're going to learn a lot from you, but for today, we'll want to look at how your visa interview went and how you were able to obtain your visa. Okay. So now, when did you apply for admissions? What time did you apply, and when did you get admission, and what type of offer did you get?
Okay, I think I started the application process in 2019 because I graduated 2019. I did my service for 1 year, which I completed in 2020. So I started this process in 2019. And prior to graduating or to my graduation, I had this mindset of traveling or studying abroad. So you should start with a mindset. You shouldn't graduate before you plan on doing this thing. At least you should have this mindset. So I think from level 300, I had this mindset because I was fortunate to have some TAs who have traveled to the US. So based on that, at least I said, oh, why can't I also do the same thing? So that's when I developed the mindset to travel or study abroad. And because of that, in economics is more of quantitative and mathematical uh, program. So I most of the schools that I was looking at were requiring GRE, which I think most nowadays they don't. Most of the schools they don't require GRE, but if you have GRE, it's also okay. So I prepared for the GRE and I wrote the GRE in 2020, I think January 2020, and I used the I applied to the school. So let me start with the application process. The first thing I did was to go to Google. At least you have the internet as your friend, so just go to Google. I know you don't know the US,
Yeah,
so
I think we'll come back to that, but can you quickly give us, for the time sake, let's look at the admissions you got and then the offer. How many schools did you apply? And then how many admissions and what were the type of offers that you got?
okay. My first application. Let me chip in
Let's look
this.
at the year,
Yeah,
so
in
that
20.
when we come back, we'll come and tell us all
Yeah,
the stories.
I started in 2019, like I said earlier, and I got admissions. I think uh, like 3 or 4 schools. I can't remember 3 or 4 schools. And unfortunately, I wouldn't say fortunately or unfortunately, but all the funding that I had was partial. They were taking half of my tuition, but I will have to cater for the rest. Yeah.
Okay, so which one did you choose for the visa interview?
So I chose Ohio University.
Okay,
Yeah, Ohio University, because I
okay.
had another admission from Michigan State, I think University of Michigan. Yeah, University of Michigan.
Okay. So, but you ended up in North Dakota.
North Dakota, yeah.
So, can you explain why?
So in 2019, 2020, that was when the COVID was intense. See, so even though I got admission, I had funding, I applied for visa, I got a date, but later on my appointment was canceled because of the COVID. So I had to reschedule my interview to the following year, which means I can go for the interview or go to school in 2020. So because of the COVID, I have to postpone my or defer my admission to the following year. That's why I couldn't end up in Ohio. So
So, you
as
got
I,
another admissions to North Dakota.
yeah, so
Okay,
as I applied to or deferred my program to the next year, uh, I applied to other schools as well.
okay.
Applied to other schools
So,
because
the North Dakota, what was the condition of the offer?
okay, North Dakota was uh, it was also partial 10 hours, but uh, the difference wasn't much because
Okay,
I think the difference was the deficit of my I-20 was 3,000,
okay.
even
So,
though
it
it was
means that you
partial.
had a tuition waiver,
Yeah, full tuition waiver,
full
but the
tuition waiver.
stipends I was receiving 10
Okay,
hours stipends. Yeah,
okay, but you had a graduate assistantship where you were located 10 hours instead of the normal 20 hours.
20 hours. Yeah,
Okay, that's fine. So at least you
so
have something to show, and your deficit was less somewhat.
3,000.
How
Yeah,
much?
3,000.
3,000. I mean,
Yeah.
that's very good, especially for the start. So, can you now talk about the visa application? Which country did you choose? How did you get your date? And then the document you submitted for this interview.
Okay. I went for my interview in Ghana. Fortunately, I got an earlier date. So I know some of my colleagues were moving to Ivory Coast, Sierra Leone. Some even traveled outside the continent. Some were going to Dubai for their interview. But fortunately for me, I got an earlier date, which I went for the interview. I came in spring, which is January. So I went for the interview in December.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So most of the time or previous times during those times, there's less pressure for the visa date. but now it's very intense. So, okay, thanks for that information. So let's look at the document that you presented for the visa interview.
Okay, as usual, you take your passports with you, then my I-20, my service receipt,
Okay.
the $350 payment. That's so I printed the receipt. Then I think passport pictures, two passport pictures. Oh yeah, passport pictures. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think
Okay.
that's
Yeah.
that's all.
I
I
mean,
think that's
those are
all.
the major document. If you need information about the document, you can look at one video that I've made. You will get those documents, supplementary document. But in terms of the financial document, did you present something extra?
Yeah. I went there with a bank statement, but even they didn't even check the bank statement.
Okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. So let's now come into the time of the interview. From the time you entered the visa, the consulate, I mean, let's say even the embassy, how was the atmosphere? And then what were the questions that you went and before the visa interview, what preparation did you do?
So at this time, I had been to the embassy before. My first try, I got denied. So at this time, going to the embassy,
So
I
let's look at
wasn't
your first time.
okay.
Your first
My
time, how was the question? What were the questions? How did you answer them? And then
okay.
what was the experience?
My first experience was, I would say, was very. I was nervous, very nervous because that was my first time. And you've heard a lot of news about U.S. Embassy. I know we are in groups or WhatsApp groups where people go, oh, I met this officer, and he was rejecting or denying people. So with that news, it puts a little bit of fear in you. So frankly speaking, I was nervous, but I gathered courage to answer my questions. So I think the first question that the visa officer asked me was, why am I going to the US? Why am I going to the US? And I told him I'm going to the US to pursue my master's in economics at Ohio University in Ohio, Athens. Yeah, so that was, I think, the brief answer that I gave. Then he asked a following follow-up questions that what would the program do for me? And I told him with this program, I'll gain knowledge in economics as well as the skill set needed to give me the advantage or competitive edge over my colleagues when I'm in the job market. So at least give me the skill set so that when I go to the job market, I'll get a competitive edge over my peers or colleagues, as well as help me pursue my future or my career dream or my career or future dream. And I think the last question that he asked me was, how am I going to fund my education? Because with that, I was having a deficit of $15,000. Yeah, $15,000. So which was huge. So he asked me, how am I going to fund my education? And I told him, um, I'll, I'll be funded by a family member, and that person is an uncle of mine. And think that's I told him what my uncle does, his work. I told him what he does, and he told me the unfortunate. Oh, well, sorry, I can't grant you a visa at this time.
Okay.
So you
Yeah.
can reapply again.
So,
Then
so how did you go about the reapplication? Did you do it instantly and then look for dates, or you wait for the next intake?
so I didn't do it instantly. I didn't do it instantly, so I had to wait for a
Next
new
intake.
Yeah, next
And then
interview.
reapply for some more schools.
Yeah, more schools. That's what I
Okay.
did. That's why how I ended up in North Dakota.
Okay, so now let's come to the North Dakota where your visa was approved. So can you briefly tell us how you entered your now the next interview, how the things went, and then how you were able to answer the questions? And the questions, I mean, you can just give us the questions and not maybe the answers, or yeah,
Okay.
anyhow you want to go about it.
So, okay. With my prior experience at the US Embassy, at this time I wasn't nervous. I was just relaxed because I've already been there and I've seen how it is. So there's nothing new under the sun again to me. So I entered, I was calm. I was even calming other other people because I saw one guy in front of me and he was very nervous. And I said, "Oh, bro, just relax, everything will be fine." So this one advice I would give to those going for the first time is tensious in the room. So just feel relaxed. I know when you are outside the embassy, you see people talking. Someone will come and tell a friend, I got denied. Someone will come and tell a friend, I got my visa. So all these news, all these things that you hear, it puts fear in you. It puts fear in you because it's a huge investment that you are making into your life. It's a huge investment. The amount of CDs that you spent on it, the amount of time you could have used that time for something else, but you decided to use all your time, sacrifice your time into this thing. So it's a huge investment. I know it's a huge investment. People are spending over like let's say up to 10,000 Ghana cedis. Because my time, if I have to calculate how much I spend, even though I didn't spend it once, but if I'm to do the calculation, the application fees, the GRE that I wrote, the even when you are sending your test score to the school, you have to pay some amount to send your test scores to the school. If I'm to combine everything, I'll exceed 10,000 at that time.
Okay, so now you going for North Dakota University. Okay, so let's know your experience because you had first one and now you're going for the second one. So how was the experience this time and what were the questions that they asked you? How did you answer them?
Okay, so at this time, because I've already been to the embassy, this time I was very calm, and I think that they asked me, I think two or three questions. Even me personally, I answered the questions. So I compared the questions that I answered this time to the first one. If I'm to rank or grade myself, I would have graded myself higher for the first one than the second one. So he asked me, uh, why am I going to North Dakota State University? And I told him the reason I'm going to study, blah, 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 blah. And he asks, why this program? Why the agribusiness and applied economics program? So I gave him the answer. I told him with this, let me just probably chip in so that, I told him, if I remember, I told him, uh, we know Ghana is an agricultural, which is known for agriculture. So I used that opportunity. I leverage on that to tell him that my family, we are into agricultural business. And with this program, at least I'll gain the skill set how to manage uh, the agribusiness well,
Great
so that
business. Mhm.
yeah, so that when I come back home, at least with the skill set that I've gotten outside, I can manage the family business.
Okay.
So basically, that's what I told him. Yeah, and he asked me. He looked on my I-20 and he said he said, yeah, he can see I have a huge funding. So how did I get the funding? And I told him I wrote the GRE and I had a couple of interviews with the department chair and program director, and they were very impressed with my application. So that's how come they I ended up with this huge funding. Yeah. So that was all he asked me, and he said that the the word that everyone
It's looking
wants to
for.
hear. Yeah, is
Yeah,
looking
so
forward to hear.
congratulations, your visa. I'm approving your visa. At that
Yeah.
point, what was the experience?
At that point, I was just shocked. Even
Yeah,
though I wasn't nervous, but at that point, I just kept quiet.
yeah,
And within me, I was saying, God, thank you.
yeah. Obviously, we have
God,
to be
thank
thankful
you.
to God at this moment. So
Yeah.
now your visa has been approved and you are going home. So when did you get your visa and
So
your visa and then your passport? What
so
time
I
and where?
okay. So I went for the interview on Friday, I think Friday. So I had to come back to the embassy the following week, which was I think Wednesday, to pick my passport.
Okay. So you have to stay
Yes.
in Accra to Wednesday or you went
Yeah,
back.
to Wednesday.
Okay,
And
okay,
fortunately for me, I was already working in Accra at that time.
okay,
I've moved from Kumasi, so I was already working in Accra at that time. So I had to go back home, and they posted my passport to DHL.
DHL office. So
Yeah, DHL
that's
office.
yeah.
Yeah,
You went
so
for DHL office in Accra for the
yeah,
collection of the passport.
yeah.
Okay. So tell me, when did you collect your passport and when was the school reopening dates? How did you arrange for the travel and how did you arrive?
Okay, with the travel, because I was coming in the spring, and I went for the visa interview around 20th. I think that those that 20th, that range of December. So everything was just close. So I had to call on friends to
Mhm.
help me with a flight.
Okay.
I called on everyone that I know, anyone I know who can help me,
Okay.
because I didn't have that money at that time. So
Mhm.
I called on everyone to help me. And unfortunately, I got help. And I had already have friends in the US, and I called them, bro, this is the situation. So what do you think I should come with? What, maybe
Flights.
foodstuffs, or
Mhm.
maybe clothes, or so I asked them the thing that, since they are already there, what do they think I should come with? And they told me the things that I need, yeah, how to prepare. Yeah, so with their help, the preparation was very easy for me with their
Okay.
help. So
That's great. So let's look at your advice for people who are going for the interview. General advice in 2 minutes. You can give us advice on people who are preparing for interview, what you think they should know, and how they should carry themselves on the D-Day.
okay, my first advice will be this is a huge investment that you are doing, you are making into your life. So you need to take it serious. Don't wait on someone to chase you for, let's say, a mock, or maybe help you with your application. You have to, if you have to stay over the overnight, with maybe get midnight bundle, that because that was what I was using, midnight bundle. Then I was still overnight, look for schools, send emails, prepare for my GRE. So it was a huge investment for me. And if I'm to calculate the amount, even though I didn't spend everything at once, but if am to calculate everything that I spent, I would have crossed over 10,000 Ghana cedis. Yeah, so even though I didn't have that money at a go, but if I'm to add everything up, of course, like 10,000. So with this huge investment that you've made, and you going for the visa interview, you don't take it serious. Then my brother, my sister, I don't think you take anything serious again. Because you're in Ghana and you spend like 10,000 and you don't take it serious, then I don't think you take you take you are serious with your life. And this is a life-changing opportunity for you. So take it serious. You come to the US, you study. Even with the US degree alone, you have competitive edge over your colleagues at home. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Mhm.
also, when going for the visa interview, I know you see people rejected, you see people getting approval and other stuffs. All these things, in one way or the other, affects your mentality or your demeanor because you'll be thinking, with this huge investment that I've made, with this huge money that I've spent, application fee, blah, blah, blah. If I go for the interview and I get denied, because you have to be optimistic and pessimistic as well. Think of the positive and the negative. But what I would say is that as human as we are, just try to stay focused. Don't let the surroundings intimidate you. Because outside the embassy, the surroundings is intimidating. You enter the visa room, the surrounding also is intimidating because you hear, sorry, I can't approve your visa at this time. Your congratulations, your visa has been approved. So you'll be hearing people getting approved, hearing people getting denied. And that alone also creates some tension, put some fear in you. So just calm your nerves down. I know it's difficult to do because to me, my first time wasn't easy, but our advice, calm your nerves down,
Okay.
just relax. And even if me being a Christian, even if you have a verse, a Bible verse, or maybe a song that you think you can, deep within you, you can be meditating on the song or maybe the verse to just sway your attention from the tension in the room. I think that would be good. Anything that you think you can do to uh, let at least help you to stay calm, just do
Okay. Yeah.
because
Mhm. Yeah. Thanks for this advice. I mean, it's a great honor to host you here. We are going to learn a lot from you in terms of how you did your application. So, we want to closing remarks on study destination. Those who are watching us, what do you have to tell them, yeah, especially with this group? I know you are also part, you are helping us. What do you want to tell us?
so all I can say is those who have applied and gotten admission, congratulations to everyone. And those who are also in the process of getting admission, I'm praying that you also get that same good news. And those who have gotten admission and are yet to go for the visa interview, it's my prayer that you get approved. You get approved. And trust you, trust you, me. I know this a good opportunity, so don't take it for granted. Just make use of this opportunity and invest in yourself and in this opportunity. If you make it to the US, you know you will know that what I'm saying is I'm not lying. Even though life in the US is not easy, let me put it out first. It's not easy, but you see that at least if you have that, if you're able to manage yourself well, things will be easy for you. Yeah.
Thank you so much for honoring our invitation and then sharing with us your experience with the visa interview. If you have watched to this time, it means that you really like our content. I want you to write in the comment section and then say something to our friend who took his time to be with us today. Just say something to encourage him, and we know that you too, you will make it. One day you will be with us and you share your testimony with us to also help others who want to make it in this journey. Okay, so thank you so much for being with us. This is Study Destination, your preferred mentorship program for study abroad. Thank you so much, and then see you in our next video.
Yeah, thank you for having me as well.
Thank you. Thank you.